think the main message that we would like to give in the next half hour is that it's collaboration between all of you here that is resulting into projects that we can actually go to the market with and that you can go to the market with. And if I may, I will start with a short movie.
What this organization desperately needs is change.
So the movie perhaps was not very sharp. I apologize for the poor quality, but I hope the message was clear. And Chris doesn't know yet, but the message is that he will go around during the session to collect your change to pay for the drinks for tonight. No, that's a joke, of course. So thank you for laughing. What we do want to talk about in this session is how the way in which we respond to changes in the market determine our success and determine the success of the network. And what we see in the market is twofold. There's a general trend, a global trend in largest companies that we look out for. And the second element is that the evolution and technology now allow to automate and organize project coordination. And this all means that international project services can now move from compliance to advisory services, which are, of course, more added value services and which, of course, allow us to gain insight in our clients' business. And this is exactly what we have been doing over the past year and already long before that. But past year, we have actually had some products that are made that we can be very proud of. One of them is the Tax Compass. In the Tax Compass, we are standardizing our approach on international projects, and Ines will brief you about that initiative later on. Another big leap that we have taken is in the global tax solutions that we offer to our clients. Now, global tax solutions has been around for some time already, but it has allowed our big clients to gain sufficient confidence in our services, and it has allowed all of us to build experience over the past year, positive and also some negative experiences, but experience which allows us to further improve these services. And for those in the room who have not had the luck to be involved in any global tax services projects, I would invite you all to try this out, and you will be amazed about the efficiency, the speed and the quality of the global tax services that are coordinated by Chris and Lorena. Now, these services, they come down to more governance, to less risk and a lower cost for our clients. And if you can reduce the costs of their compliance, they will have more budget to spend on advisory services. And that's what we like to do best. And this is how, as a network, we are able to respond to our clients' needs. So I invite you all to have a conversation with your top 10 clients and to talk them through the benefits of these initiatives. And please be aware that if this is helpful, we have the marketing available, the marketing material available. Other marketing available that we have for you, or that we will soon have available for you, is on one side on the R&D tax incentive overview. Now, this is an overview on research and development tax incentives that has been put together with the help and with the input of many of you. And I don't know, Yoyo, how many countries we have in this package for the moment?
Over 80.
Over 80, so that's 80 countries are covered in this overview. And Yoyo has done tremendous work in collating all of this into a product that you can use to marketing for your clients. Another important marketing product is the tax app. Yoyo will show you something about the tax app later. But now, we had by accident we have opened our new offices a couple of months ago, and we had a client event, 3 events, Friday evening, Saturday afternoon, and Saturday evening, in which we have invited some of our more important clients. We had 3 times over 200 people in our offices. And so I had the occasion to show the tax app to them, and even though most of our clients are Flemish speaking and the tax app is in English, this is something that we're very excited about. So I would like to take this opportunity to thank all the people that have contributed to all these products, and as said, it's something that I think collaboration is not new, but the fact that we have organized our collaboration in such a way that we actually have something tangible that we can use and that we can show to clients, I think that is something that is new. So now I would like to welcome Ines, and she will guide us through the benefits of the tax compass.
Okay, thanks, Tanja. Okay, the next point in our list is the so-called tax compass that some of you may already know or still know with the term tax methodology. And the reason why we gave it a refreshment with respect to content and name is the experience that we made, especially in the last 1-2 years, based on the increasing international projects that we had together. And the idea behind is to develop an efficient instrument that helps all of us to be more efficient in the whole process, starting at the pitch or proposal over the engagement letter and then the concrete tasks that we provide to our client. And so this is also our wish and intention if you present it today to the wider audience, that this is nothing that shall be put somewhere on a file and never looked at it again. So this is something that we would like to have as a living document. And ideally, it should help you in your daily business. So we are really interested in your feedback. And shortly after this conference, the documents will be posted on the website. We're discussing some last points tomorrow, also at the Da Vinci session. But ideally, next week, it will be posted on the website. And therefore, I would like to ask all of you to have a look at it. Because as said, it provides templates, it provides assistance with respect to concrete tasks, especially with respect to the proposal process, defining the scope of work. And as you all aware of, this is becoming more and more important, especially to avoid discussions with the client, what is inside and outside the scope of the defined services. So this would really be great for us to receive as much feedback as possible. And the aim behind this is, as I said, to serve us as a network, but also to serve and improve the relationship to our clients. So ideally, both sides shall benefit from this tax compass. Our network, to create a certain awareness, to have what we have heard already several times, a same look and feel, so that the client gets the impression that we are one firm and one entity and providing the same standard of quality worldwide. But of course, it shall also strengthen our international collaboration, and to a certain extent, it's also in our own interest to reduce our risks and liabilities and to keep the hours that are not billable as low as possible. So last wish or question from my side, do you think it would make sense to have, for instance, a webinar early in January, for instance, to provide the content of the tax compass and to enable you to raise questions, to gather and summarize your comments so that we can improve it subsequently and make, as I said, an efficient instrument out of it. So maybe shortly after lunch, it's quite nice to move a little bit. So if you could raise your hand to see whether it would be a good idea to have such a webinar, or whether you would be interested in such a webinar. I know it's hard stuff. Thank you. Okay, that's nice. So we will organize this respectively. We thought, yeah, beginning of January, I think it's quite nice, not before Christmas. And then we are looking forward to your comments. And I hand over to you.
So I've just been at the network for about 5 months now, and in such a short space of time, I've been able to witness the energy across the network. And I think this is shown in New York as well. I mean, on Tuesday at the Rangers game, if you were there, we were, you can see Chris, Peter, Jim, Anna there. Even New York has seen our energy. And even this morning as well, what a turnout. I've been to conferences in the past and I've never had a run at 6:30 in the morning after the evening before. So I thought, well, there's probably going to be about 10 people turning up, but you guys have just, smashed it. So it just shows you guys are a great team, and I think we need to be recognised for this, which leads me to the World Tax Awards. So World Tax Awards is hosted by the International Tax Review, which is a market-leading brand for tax lawyers, CFOs, and tax advisors. And it's based on self-submissions, so you just write about your capabilities, your methodologies, and your experiences with clients. If you're shortlisted, you'll be invited to a gala dinner where you can invite clients, your team members. So it's free to enter, so it's a great marketing tool as well as good fun for yourselves and your clients. And GTS, as always, we're happy to support you. So we will essentially do 80% of the work on the submission, and you just top and tail it. So this year we worked with, as Ted mentioned, we worked with Ireland on the submission, and on the back of a strong submission, we managed to be ranked alongside EY. So maybe I could invite Donald to say a couple of words.
The opportunity came, Baker Tilly International said, we were working on a number of projects together, and they said, we didn't think of it in Ireland, said, why don't you enter this? And we thought, that's a bit ambitious, we'll never get it, but we were encouraged and we did it. And the process is very good. It's filling out a form and you're asked some sort of hard questions. How did you innovate in this case? And what was the successful outcome? All very interesting to put out on the form, but then at the end they ask for your client's name that you worked on the project and contact details. So you had to go back to the form and make sure it was all very real and substantial. So Baker Tilly International brought the cases to us. We worked on the forms together. It was a huge collaborative effort. We did the first draft. It went back and forth. Chris Daines put a huge amount of really finessed it and polished it, and we were quite confident actually, because we were thrilled with the sort of the standard of what we were submitting. Mainly because when they asked us for something innovative or something impressive, we were able to come back with, well, there's this global tax solutions structure which is pan-global solutions, and it's a pan-global vision, and we're also able to show we were collaborating with our colleagues in a very sort of dynamic way. Basically, we were able to show that we had sort of big four connectivity with small firm agility. It was a great project. It's a nice win, so now we have the accreditation. So what we've done is, as Yoyo said, there's plenty of marketing opportunities out of it. So you're on the directory. You can put it into your website at the end of your emails. We tend not to actually tell clients about it directly. We let them pick it up from our CVs and proposals or at the end of our emails, and they're definitely picking it up because you get one of two comments. You either get, what's this International Tax Review accreditation, and you explain it to them, and they like the third-party validation. They like that, okay, so these people can do what they say they can do. Or else the client says, oh, I see that you got the ITR approval, so they know what it is and they're looking out for it. So it was a great collaboration. And I encourage you all to, I know a lot of other firms in the network have already done it, and we're only following their lead, but if you haven't done it yourself, I encourage you to do it.
Thank you. So if you guys want us to support you, please feel free to let me know, Chris Daines, Lorena know, and we'll be happy to help. So I'll pass back on to Ines to talk about the typical tax talks.
Okay, so this is also a kind of marketing tool we tried to intensify in the last 1.5 years. I think most of you are aware of that possibility, so we do it in the form of roadshows or one-to-one meetings. We did also a Brexit seminar cycle not last year, still this year, sorry. And the advantage of these topical tax talks, as we call them, is on the one hand that we can present us as a real and living network. As Ted said in the beginning, there's a big difference between us and the Big Four. And what the clients appreciated when we did these roadshows or topical tax talks is that we could present us as a real network. We know each other, we are working hand in hand, and we can rely on each other. And this is what they appreciate. So they have the impression that we are not only a name in a directory, but we know each other in person. And I think especially if I look at the Brexit seminars, people who attended these seminars were impressed by the fact that it seems to be so easy to hand over to each other, and that we presented us as a group. And on the other hand, if you do it the way we did it in the Netherlands in 2016, so the clients came to the Baker Tilly offices and could mention their wishes in advance. So whether they would like to discuss with certain countries, certain topics, or whether they would like us to present news on important issues. And the client had the advantage that he could come to the Baker Tilly office he knows, to the lead partner he knows, and nevertheless meet different colleagues from different countries at the same time. So also in this case, we received a very good feedback that the clients had the impression that we are acting as a team. So we would like to encourage you to increase the number of these initiatives and to arrange such meetings. There are several possibilities to do so. Also, the conferences are a good possibility, for instance, in the framework of the Global Tax Forum, before or afterwards. So there are a lot of possibilities where we could combine efficiency and nevertheless organize meetings like that. So the main content about mentioning this topic is to encourage you to increase this kind of marketing tool, because it serves us as a network, but also the clients, and we can hand over the client from one country to another. So there's no need for the client to look for an advisor in a certain country, but if he's interested in investing in another country, then it's easy for him because we provide the contact. He can meet the person, he can meet this guy in person, and it's easygoing. And especially if we have already contacts, and it's not, a kind of first pitch, then we should use this advantage, having already a direct contact in one country and spread it over several countries. And I think that's the main message around these topical tax talks. This is only the background slide, so happy to share this afterwards, and you can have a closer look at it. And then back again to Yoyo for the tax map.
Thank you. So I'm sure you must be all aware, and you've all downloaded it, of course. This is the tax map, the app we were talking about. For those that don't know, it's an app which contains 150 country guides and we push weekly insight articles on key tax matters. And it's available for Apple and Android users. Currently, we've got about 1,500 users, and in just 3 weeks, so it's brilliant, but it's not enough, and I would encourage you to all download it and use it. Even clients have used it, and one of the informal feedback we've had is that they used it during a meeting and it was proven to be useful. So I would encourage you to share this with your team and clients. And also, if you've downloaded it, please give it a 5-star rating, and if you can, give it a review, give it a review comment. And any feedback, please let us know for the next version if we develop it even more. So we're on a roll with the apps and the technology. So the tax map is live. We're now partnering with a global tracker to work on a business traveler app. What this is it uses GPS location tracker, or the traveller can self-record their business travel days in host countries. With this data, this app can prompt any visa or immigration requirements, local tax liabilities, and in emergency situations, the HR can locate the employee. And there's also a helpline. So we've got Liam from Global Tracker outside. So if you've got any questions, please feel free to go reach out to him, speak to him. But I would also encourage you also to be interested in this, because it's useful for your existing clients. It's showing our technology skills, and also it might help with getting new potential clients. And Liam will also be at the Expat Tax Workshop doing a live demo of this. So if you're interested, again, please feel free to pop in.
Thank you. The main idea to take away from this session, I believe, is that you are the people who have contacts with clients. If from these contacts you hear that there are certain things that they want to see done differently, or certain ideas that you have for new initiatives, do let Baker Tilly International know, and they can help you out with this. And in order to conclude, what I would like to say is I would like to repeat something that Ted very often says. He often says that this is a member-driven network, and I think we have shown now that these are not hollow words. Thank you.